All right. Good evening, everybody. I wanted to pop on here before the evening got too far and talk about the potential tonight for Northern Lights, or also known as the Aurora. So, if you're not following along here, we do have a shot tonight to see the Aurora. And we are looking at all of our data points here, looking at everything that we have available to us. So we're going to give you the best guidance that we have here. So first and foremost, we did have quite a significant what we call CME, or coronal mass ejection, that got fired off from the sun towards Earth, and that CME is what we look for Aurora to be possible. Some CMEs are good for us. Some CMEs can be, bad for us depending on orientation, how the magnetosphere is aligned. So there's a lot of things going into this, but the one that hit earlier today is quite significant. And it's probably some of the strongest data that I've personally ever seen in my life. All right. Over the past hour or so, it has begun to weaken in one data point, but not the others. So, what we're going to tell you right now is the potential is there tonight from sunset to about midnight. And that is because we do have cloud cover moving in pretty rapidly from west to east here. So, this is a run of a model we like to use for cloud cover. This is going to indicate black being clear skies and white being cloudy. Okay. Moving this through the time frame here, we're going to see mostly clear skies as we head towards sunset tonight. This is the case lining up pretty well with our satellite map we're looking at. But as we get closer to here's 10 p.m., it should be dark here. Notice how the UP up here is in, whoops, right here. This is the UP up here in clouds, and also northern Michigan under mostly partly cloudy, partly clear type of skies. Could go either way up there. Further south here across, we'll say Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, all the way to Detroit, up into the thumb of Port Austin area, Port Huron. You guys are in what we think is going to be more so clear skies between that sunset and midnight time frame. The map right here is for 10, but watch as I move it into the evening. Here's 11, here's 12, here's 1 in the morning, and here's our cloud bank rain moving in from west to east. So it's going to cloud us over. So the best advice we can give to you guys: check your cloud cover maps, check your skies before you leave if you're going to be traveling. Look up, look north between sunset and midnight tonight. And if you're in the very far southeast part, like Lenawee, Monroe, Hillsdale, Jackson, Washington, Wayne, that general area, you may have another hour or two, 1, 2 a.m. potentially before clouds move in for you. But watch from sunset to midnight, because after that time frame, we have abundance of clouds moving in. Is it going to happen tonight? Data right now is kind of iffy. What I mean by that is we have exceptionally strong solar winds. We love to see that. We have a extremely strong field, what we call a BT field, basically your east to west spread. But your south spread, we call it the BZ, needs to be a negative number. And it was like negative 40 a little bit earlier, which is really good. But negative 5 right now is not so much we look for. We want to see that more so negative. It just jumped to negative 10 there. That's sort of the baseline we look for. So we're not going to say it's impossible, because the field besides the BZ field is really heightened right now. So definitely a possibility we could see activity, but want to see that negative 10 or lower on the BZ. Otherwise, everything else spot on perfect. The hemispheric power is almost unbelievable right now. We have so much power here. We're in a really good chance of seeing the aurora right now. If it were dark, probably over our heads. But overall, tonight is probably one of the better chances we've seen in quite a while here for the state of Michigan. So I want to go live here, give you guys the update from sunset. As soon as it gets dark out there, go out. Don't wait any longer. Clouds will move in after midnight from west to east. Further north you are, probably clouds the earlier on you get. Probably as soon as it gets sunset out, you're going to have clouds up there. Looking at real-time satellite, this is what it looks like. Again, the UP is pretty much clouded over, except for some areas up by Sault Ste. Marie and near Marquette there has a chance, but we're not to sunset yet, and there's your cloud bank moving in from west to east. So we have a few hours here. If we can get the sun to go down and get this data to look really good, I think we're going to have a really good shot statewide, no matter if you're up in the Gaylord area or down in toward the Coldwater area, toward the borders. You're going to have a shot. Look up, look north. If you can't see with naked eyes, try your phone camera on night mode. That would be another way you can potentially see it, because some people really can't see with naked eyes, but sometimes you can. And tonight would be a situation where I think you may be able to see it with your naked eyes. What we're seeing from the dark side of the Earth is really phenomenal. So good chances tonight. No, it's conditional. Clouds move in after midnight. Get out there as soon as it gets dark. Look up, look north. You may see the northern lights tonight. Okay. That's all I got to share with you guys. As far as the overall severity of this is actually a pretty severe storm. We're not looking at power outages, just yet. If we can get to that G5 level and sustain that, may cause some issues with power grids. Right now, not seeing any issues with power grids. Okay, so relax. Just relax. Nothing's going to happen unless we get to that G5 level and sustain it for a few hours. And that's when we start to kind of worry about things. But right now, this is only a G4 storm. That is still a G4. KP8 is what that is equivalent to. If you're not fluent, this is your map. Actually, I have a better one to share with you guys. This is your map of the KP levels and where you can see it from. So KP8 would be basically between basically the Ohio River is where you'd be able to see it from. So Michigan is well within that border there. So it's currently a KP8 G4 storm, and that's basically meaning we're going to see it, or we could see it, in the entire state tonight. All right. I will check that out. Thank you. All right. So with that being said, if you guys know or are fluent in your Aurora data, head to the dashboard and keep an eye on your BZ number, which is right here. If it's a negative, you're good to go. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour for that to translate to Earth. Keep that in mind. But overall, we'll be making updates on the pages here. If anything gets viewed, which we do expect some type of viewing tonight, we'll post it, let you guys know where it's being seen at. And again, if you guys cannot see it with your naked eyes, try your phone cameras, particularly on night mode. Some phones, don't have that feature. That's fine. Just try it either way. Okay. Again, guys, time frame. As soon as it gets dark, get out there. Data is really good, likely ongoing. As soon as you get dark, look up, look north. Clouds move in after midnight. So if you want to wait till after midnight, you're going to have clouds. So the only time frame we're seeing right now is from sunset to that midnight time frame. All right. Do I think it's going to reach G5? It's possible. Okay, I'll say it right now. It's possible, but it needs to have this BZ number sustaining itself really far into negatives, negative 30, negative 40 for a long period of time before we go G5. All right. We were close earlier. Didn't quite get there. We were really close. But for right now, it's a possibility. We have multiple more energy pieces, CMEs, on their way between now and next couple of days. So we have chances tomorrow, Sunday night, Monday night, likely going to have multiple chances here. Tomorrow does look clear. So guys, keep in mind that tomorrow might be another opportunity to view it. So keep that in mind. Again, guys, timing, again, entire state. As soon as the sun sets, get out there and look. Okay, as soon as it gets dark out. Up until midnight is your good time frame. So 8:45, 9 o'clock-ish is sunset. So between 9 p.m. and midnight is your best time. After that, we have clouds. And you see the BZ number is now negative 26. We are looking really good, guys. If that can sustain itself, we're probably going to see statewide Aurora tonight. I'm getting kind of excited if you guys can't tell. I'm pumped for this. I'm really excited. But also just know Aurora is conditional. It's fickle. So nothing is ever guaranteed. But right now, this data is looking really good. All right. Again, recapping. Aurora possible tonight. Sometimes you may have to look up to see it. Don't look north. Look up first. It may be above your heads tonight. It's so strong. All right. 9 p.m., 12 a.m., 9 p.m. to midnight. Best chances statewide. Clouds move in west to east after that. All right. You guys have a great night. We'll have you guys updated.